So what's up, culture?
What's
Woo!
up?
What's up, y'all? We back.
We back again, as promised, and we about to get into this. We do a lot of talking about a lot of random subjects, but Tipsy Talk Tuesdays is here to stay.
Oh yeah.
And we have
Anyway,
a special guest with us, my friend Lawrence, my good friend,
What's good, y'all?
and Jaren, of course, is me.
Marcus Fan here.
And your girl Ray Jean Poe.
And it's Up Culture and Tipsy Talk Tuesday. So again, this time we're gonna start again with why do we?
How
Yes.
do we?
Why do we? And the reason for why do we is again, it's just random things of why do we do certain things that we do.
Hmm.
This week and we have why do we dream?
Ooh.
So why do y'all think we dream? Why do you think we dream?
Because we can't murder people in real life, so our dreams murder them.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Murder them.
That got dark real quick.
Oh, pause.
Turn on y'all.
Wait a
Like,
minute.
hold that pause. Keep
Look, can we cut that out?
No, I'm keeping it.
I do be a spy in my dreams sometimes. I do kick ass.
Oh,
Right.
Well, yeah.
Why
But
we
honestly, what I think my interpretations of dreams are for is because they're stress relievers. We deal with so much in our woken state of life, like car breaking down, bills, lights getting cut off, somebody died in your family. So when you go to sleep, it's putting all that pressure for you to find ways to make closure or to get over it so you can start the next day fresh. Sometimes it works for people, sometimes it don't, because your dreams can end up becoming night terrors and it can keep you up all night.
Yeah.
that's true.
So it's a double-edged sword when it comes to dreams. You can have good dreams that give you energy for the next day, or you can have bad dreams that keep you up all night and you sweating and you weave on the floor, and then
You-
you seeing
So
dark figures in your room. You don't know what to do. Like,
why do you think we dream like?
Uh, I think we dream kind of for the same reasons. I feel like we need a break from reality sometimes. And instead of just sleeping in darkness, I feel like, our brains give us images to try and piece together things that we hold subconsciously.
Mhm.
And sometimes those can come out as nightmares or they can come out as good dreams, nocturnal emissions, you know, whatever
wet
it is to
dreams.
reduce that stress.
Can we say that? Can we say wet dreams?
Yes, we can say
Yeah, we
whatever.
can.
Oh, okay, I'm just
You
making sure.
just
It's, I
said
don't
just,
feel like it's
just don't
perverted.
open
Like,
the dream category.
okay. So why do you think we dream?
Well, I'm gonna take it from a psych department because I did study psych like 1,000 times. I believe we dream because subconsciously, whatever is on our mind, that we push to the back of our, our non-conscious. That dream build. I mean, that thought builds, base for that dream to become, our own imagination in our sleep. I think once we reach whatever peak of our day, and then also what we eat also will determine like how our dreams turn out. Our dream can
Hmm.
either go from nostalgic to wake me up, get me up out of this. I am
Get me out of
falling. I
here.
need to wake up, please.
I thought he was about to be
Somebody
like,
please
"Wake
somebody
me
help.
up inside,
Like
Wake me up inside.
save
wake
me."
me up inside. Like, but yeah, like I believe I tell somebody for dreams are like truth and also fiction. It's more so of our reality mixed with own levels of uh imagination
Yeah.
and creativity. So
So
our dreams can come from all sides of like whatever it is we're dealing with and get wrapped into one fantasy. But
I
that's my
funny.
take and my perception of why we dream.
Okay. Well, dreams. I already have read up on this, so I know why we dream kind of. Well, the jury's still kind of out, but basically it's hallucinations while we sleep.
So why do we dream? Dreams have many interpretations. People often speculate on what a dream means more than why they actually are dreaming. Experts have said that dreams are really hallucinations that occur during certain stages of sleep. They're strongest during the REM sleep, or the rapid eye movement stage, when you may be less likely to recall your dream. Much is known about the role of sleep in regulating our metabolism, our blood pressure, our brain function, and other aspects of health. But it's harder for researchers to explain the role of dreams. When you're awake, your thoughts have a certain logic to them. When you sleep, your brain is still active, but your thoughts or dreams often make little or no sense. This may be because the emotional centers of the brain trigger dreams, rather than the logical regions. There is no definitive proof. Dreams are usually autobiographical thoughts based on your recent activities, conversations, or other issues in your life. Sigmund Freud, who developed the psychological discipline of psychoanalysis, wrote extensively about dream theories and their interpretations in the early 1900s. He explained dreams as manifestations of one's deepest desires and anxieties, often relating to repressed childhood memories or obsessions. Furthermore, he believed that virtually every dream topic, regardless of its content, represented the release of sexual tension. The Interpretation of Dreams, 1899, Freud developed a psychological technique to interpret dreams and devised a series of guidelines to understand the symbols and motifs that appear in our dreams. In modern times, dreams have been seen as a connection to the unconscious mind. They range from normal and ordinary to the overly surreal and bizarre. Dreams can have varying natures, such as being frightening, exciting, magical, melancholic, adventurous, or sexual. The events in dreams are generally outside the control of the dreamer, with the exception of lucid dreaming, where the dreamer is self-aware. Dreams at times can make a creative thought occur to the person, or give a sense of inspiration, and that's why we dream.
So if you want to know anything about why do we, put it down in the comments below, and I will look it up, and why do we blank will be on next week's show. All right, so it is Tipsy time.
Whoa!
Tipsy time, Tipsy time, Tipsy time.
Hey.
This week.
I like how both y'all drinks red.
I know, right? My drink.
I was trying to be like y'all, but
Oh, nice.
We got the 1800 margarita and peach, and I got a little Canada Dry, a little ginger ale to go with that. Turn it up a little bit.
Turn it all the way up.
So what y'all drinking on?
I am drinking on a elegant glass. As you can see, it's crystal. And
it's a claim for me.
It's the claim for me.
It is Amsterdam vodka with cranberry juice.
Nice.
Crazy, crazy. Ironically, I have the same thing.
Okay. Nice.
You sure y'all ain't like in separate rooms right now?
Exactly.
Deal.
You want a shot or a drink?
I'll do a shot just for a starter.
I'm letting you know this now. Jaren about to have you lifted.
Drink responsibly, you guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
You're
the
not
game
drinking
for
right.
Tipsy Time, this week is truth or drink.
Oh.
Oh, that's like demon time, but okay.
He said that's demon time.
I'm gonna have a cup this time because
Okay.
truth or drink.
You
I
gotta
just like to point out, let's keep from dark areas because I'm gonna be drunk. So
I'm gonna ask whatever I'm playing on an app. So
Yeah.
it's an app called Truth or Drink.
let me get my drink. I feel like I'm about to be this glass gonna be done.
Whatever the app asks me is what I'm gonna ask y'all.
Okay.
So
I might drink more.
we're gonna do this game throughout the show. And once we go through each topic, we're gonna play as we go. Okay.
Right.
All right. So let's start it up.
Hit me.
He said, "Hit me." Okay, it started with me, Lawrence, Lay, Mark.
Cool.
Bet.
Okay.
Girl, boy. I like it.
Okay. What's the most embarrassing thing you've done drunk? Me. Probably I took a cake at a certain someone's graduation, and I took my whole hand and dug it in the cake and ate it like that. I was very intoxicated and I didn't know my limits back then. So you want some truth? That's truth.
Dang.
But I'm gonna drink to that anyway.
Terrible.
Oh, that's
Okay.
good. All right.
That's
Listen.
terrible. I can't do it.
If you could go back in time and erase one thing you did or said, what would it be?
Oh dear. If I could go back in time and erase one thing I did or said, oh boy. Sis, I love you. Don't hate me for this. If I go back in time and tell my sister, she loves me now for it, but then I had told my sister that when I met a certain sorority group, I spoke of the stereotypes about them and I said it to her face, genuinely without thinking about it. And it was in Waffle House. If I could go back and take that word back, because I was not drunk, I was sober, and I was very I was quick to say without thinking. So I said what came to mind, and I said something
What
very
did you
wrong.
say? I'm like, what did
Okay,
you
No,
say?
I'm just about to
sorority,
say,
they
he
talk about
said,
like
I was
how
genuinely
they're
serious.
big and their hair is messed up, just all types of stereotypes that you're in college. And I said to her, not thinking, and I was like,
I ain't gonna even
young and
say
dumb.
because the sorority popped in my head, so I'm not even gonna say nothing.
That was like I can't
Mine
disclose,
too, that's why.
names because that'd be very too straightforward, and then I have to deal with the backlash. But if I could take that back, talking bad about that stereotype, I'm not that person no more.
Jan.
But when I was young and dumb, I'm gonna drink to that because it was an embarrassing moment, but I would love to take it away.
Oh,
Drink it
Okay.
away, bro. Just drink it
damn.
away.
I'll drink it away.
My bad, Poe. What's up, Poe?
What's up?
Which other player do you think is the least cool?
Out
Drink
of us?
or truth?
Out of us?
Out of us right here, out of this group, which other player do you think is the least cool? Truth or drink?
I think all of us dope as hell, so I'm just gonna drink.
Yeah, I'm like
You're
It,
not.
Nice
that's
save.
something that's not.
even
That
know,
was nice save.
I
I'm
don't even
so
know how to
good. I'm
answer
like,
that.
Yeah, let's drink to that. Truth.
I'm not ready for his.
Right.
Your turn, Mark.
What
I
were
know,
your
I'm ready.
first impressions of the person to your right? There's nobody to your right.
I know.
I mean,
Who the hell is that?
technically,
It would be
it is.
Jaron.
So do
Oh,
so do you want us to go back from middle school time, or do you want to go down?
the first impression would be when you first met me.
Begin the time, son.
Middle school Jaren.
Oh Lord,
Oh.
You want to drink?
Well,
you better come out with it.
He said, I'm finna drink. It's fine.
we
That's
know our
fine.
history.
I know her well.
Terrible.
I know her
Know her
well.
very well.
It's okay. The shade was on your face. You didn't have to say nothing.
Okay. All right, so let's get into up on culture.
Ooh.
For the coach.
For the culture. Okay. So what y'all think about the iPhone 12? Is it some
I'm mad.
bullshit or y'all want it? Y'all like it?
I'm mad. I got the iPhone 11 when it came out, and then iPhone 12 just came through the door. Like, I'm here, bitches. So I'm like,
They coming out every year.
I know.
I can't get every next installment that comes out
Right.
because it's either a readaptation of the last one or they ran out of ideas and they took something from like, look, it's worse than Jordan. Okay, they take the same Jordans, rebuild them, reform them, and it's the same style except they put a little bit more color, tint, or frequency to it. So
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the 12. It's like it got like 7 cameras on it or something. Like it got 4.
It's got 4 cameras.
Look, CIA on one of them cameras, just so you know.
Who needs that many? Whatever. We need that many cameras. Look, he said me. I need that
photogenic as hell.
I ain't got a photographer, so I use my phone, take all my good pictures. Okay,
exactly.
It's called portrait mode.
Might want to take a picture of this moment now.
Tell you, click screenshot.
Exactly.
All right, what you think, Lay? You want it? Like it?
I would want it just for literally the cameras, and I haven't read up all the specs, but it doesn't seem like there's too much different than what I already have in my iPhone now.
Well, since I sell them,
what'd you say?
I sell them, so I know the one good thing I like is this ceramic front, the ceramic glass front. Well, it's not. It's like some other kind of. It's resistant, more resistant, so you can drop it more, and it's got it to where you can put it in water, and it'll last longer. Like it does like 30 minutes in like 6 meters of water or something like that. So, found in the toilet, you cool. I like that.
I didn't know that. It still doesn't really change my opinion about it. I was still just looking at cameras.
Okay. Have y'all heard about J-Lo? I'm black. Backlash.
No,
I didn't hear about it.
I have.
So she basically did a song where she said she was a La Negra.
She is.
And
he said she is.
She got a lot of flack from black folks for that. And they was not feeling that because they feel like she is a Caucasian looking Hispanic lady, a Caucasian looking Latina lady,
or
a culture vulture.
I can see both of those, but in reality, people keep forgetting that Latinos have black Hispanics and I guess you want to call them white Hispanics.
Yeah.
But J-Lo, if she was to be in that, I would say she's just nothing but a light-skinned Latino. She's not white. She's not pale. She's tan, like rice skin color.
They're a mix of people, but Latina itself is not a race. It's not a race. Latina.
I know Latina is
so they could be. So they could be black and be Latina. They could be white and be Latina, and people feel like she's a white woman, and for her to say that. But I personally don't really give a shit. I don't know. I don't really care. I'm if she, it's like whatever, girl. It's so much stuff going on. It's like, okay, sure.
My only take on that is whenever somebody her doing that is like everybody complain about. Stop now. Before I lose it. My take on that is the same way they doing J-Lo, the same way they do Bruno Mars, because they think he's culture vulturing by doing this. That I said, yo, Bruno Mars hasn't changed since he did Nothing on You with B.O.B. I said, either we're for the culture or we're for the trend of the culture, because quite frankly, we're for the culture. We're for culture, not particular cultures that we say are off limits to be a part of, like separatism. That's why we constantly having these issues with. Now I ain't saying like somebody like Kashi 69 can mess around and be like saying the N-word. That's gonna piss me off because he be going too far with what he do. Yeah. But somebody like J-Lo, who's really
been part of the black community,
like she's as neutral as it gets, and so that's my only thing. That's why we're like, why every time I hear about a celebrity, we find more reasons to. It's like be cancel culture. Yeah, like it's like we're only finding things to cancel, and like we're not seeing like, oh, they said this, I'm gonna take it as in, oh, they're colorist, but they didn't think about like, okay, have they showed any colorist characteristics? Have they showed any instance where like that's their mindset, their perception. For them,
Yeah.
I heard say that one thing, they took that and they ran with it. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what I think. I feel like people ate that up.
And it's unnecessary. So, what do y'all think about? Y'all might not give a shit, but what do y'all
Uh-oh.
think about Nicki and Drake being friends again, and her putting him on Adonis in her song, her new song? Have y'all heard it? Whole lot of choppers.
I've heard about it,
I
but
heard you said we should do like a play date with the kids or
yeah,
something like that.
Yeah,
I've seen
she
the
used to do a
lyrics.
play date with Adonis.
I think Drake making amends with a lot of people who didn't like him or that he didn't like in the past, like Chris Brown.
I think he's grown
And
up.
and now, Nicki and him rekindling their relationship. I think that that's good. I mean, we should really
Celebrate
create
that type of stuff.
positive relationships within the culture instead of trying to, find the next beef. Like,
Right. I can't stand it. I'm so over rap beef and shit. I'm over
Man,
that.
I got one thing to say about Drake with all that. It's the beard, but it's the
The
beard.
beard
It's the
is
beard.
growing him up.
I think the beard matured him up because every time he done a tour of some sort, a celebrity that he's had some beef with has been on that tour with him as a guest artist. Like when I went to because I remember when everybody he's ever done something with when he first met them, all of a sudden he's beefing, and I think it's because we all know Drake is sensitive, but I think Drake has taken self accountability for like learning not to be so sensitive about like people based off either relationship, based off what they don't offer him. I feel like he not only in touch with his feelings, but he also knowing like
He growing up
nobody
knowing
means him
more about
harm,
himself.
right? And everybody don't means him harm more
yeah.
than he tries to put them on. Like the whole Pusha T thing that happened with him, I'm like, oh, this is gonna go really bad. And so, when people say that, Drake and Nicki are friends, I'm like, when did they stop being friends? I don't pay
Right.
attention to the media that much, so I'm like, they weren't friends. I like, okay, well, you
I
know
mean, it
what?
started with the Meek beef, when she was dating Meek,
Oh
a
yeah.
few shots thrown, back and forth between the two of them. But even Meek and him squashed their beef, so why not him and Nicki? You know what I'm saying?
That by
Right.
singing nigga.
Ain't get body by a singing nigga.
I'm like terrible. I'm like terrible. I said, grow up, bro. Let the shit go.
Well, when we started talking about Drake and the Nicki Minaj thing, I thought we was going in the other direction of him being confronted about him being peed on.
Oh,
Oh, I forgot all about that part.
yikes. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, it wasn't. What had happened was
Get the piss on.
it was an accident. It wasn't like he just let somebody give him a shower.
Okay,
You know
hold
what
on.
I'm saying?
I'm sorry. Now I gotta go all Riley on you from the Boondocks. If I see pee, I move out the way. I don't sit there and let somebody just pee on me. Tell me, if somebody about to pee on you, what do you do? Move?
I mean, I'm sure he moved. I'm sure he didn't just sit there like, bring it on. I'm sure he was like,
Oh, but
I'm
when I
sure
was
like,
hearing
come
about it
on,
from other people,
like,
I thought this dude was over here like taking golden showers and stuff.
That's
Like,
why I
yeah,
was like,
no, it was nothing like that.
Yeah,
uh,
context makes a whole
Okay,
difference out of a situation.
so this next topic,
took off the glass. Scared. Go ahead.
since
uh-oh.
my focus off,
I see.
okay, Michael Jackson has been declared innocent by the court, by the judge. He has been declared innocent, no wrongdoing of any kind. They were lying. It is known that they was boldface lying. What did y'all take on that? What do y'all think?
Well, I,
He
I
did.
can honestly
That's my only take.
say,
That's your take on it. He dead.
He did.
Well,
yeah,
Look,
like,
I am a Michael Jackson fan, so every time I hear something about Michael Jackson and his allegations, I get upset because I'm like, yo, this is worse than the R. Kelly situation. Like,
Mhm.
it is.
either he guilty or he not. Like, because one thing about me is I don't play about. I don't even know how to say it.
So,
That stuff with
Adult
children.
grooming. Let's call it adult grooming.
Adult
Yeah.
grooming. Yeah, I don't play about that. Like that will first of all, I will believe you guilty till proven innocent. But
Yeah.
when there's so many he say, she says, and there's no given proven fact, The world only believes in word of mouth, and that's the problem. I feel like he been innocent, but with the way Hollywood's set up, it's not unbelievable if a celebrity is known for messing with children.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the only thing about it. But
Do y'all think
yeah,
Oprah should come out and apologize for doing that show about
Exactly.
him? For the
Yes.
I think
land?
she should explain,
Yeah.
man,
explain why she chose the people who she chose. The way that I kind of chopped it up to is her own experience
Hmm.
being molested, by a family member. So, and trying to shed light on that in the black community.
Yeah.
I don't think that she was really just picking on black men specifically just, to make black men look bad. But I do
Yeah.
think that she owes us an explanation and like actually clear up why she chose to do it in the first place.
Okay. What do y'all think about 50 Cent endorsing Trump?
look, it's
Not
since
surprised.
Bully, I
It
can't
makes
deal.
perfect sense, don't it?
It
It
do.
makes perfect sense.
It sound like 50.
It
It
sounds.
do.
50 like bullies are like him. Like you know what? 50 is another person I could say is actually smarter than he gives off because a lot of stuff he's done. 50, I don't know. That's like something 50 would pull. But I feel like just like Kanye, which is a gray area, the biggest of gray areas. Some about these people doing this right now. 50, Ice Cube, all of them. There's something more bigger because right now it looks like uh cooning, if you will, or
Yeah.
being Benedict Arnold at this moment. And we know that's been thrown at Ice Cube when he became solo after being part of, you know, Ruthless Records and NWA and all that.
Yeah. What's your take on it, like?
I think that that just sounds like 50 Cent. I mean,
He a
I'm not surprised. And on top of that, with him being a business mogul now, I see him looking at Trump being in office as a benefit to him, tax wise, and just
that was his reason.
yeah,
That was
man,
his reason.
classism.
He said he don't care if he a racist because Joe Biden is gonna raise taxes. So that was his.
So he don't have to pay for it to be that high.
So
Just
that's
screw
okay.
everything else that's going on in the
So
world.
at this
My
point now,
tax.
yeah, it just make 50 Cent sound like a rich asshole that's trying to keep money in his pocket.
Pretty
I mean,
much.
that's what it is.
And he wonder why people shot his ass 9 times.
Exactly.
He
Exactly.
that too.
They were trying to
He was
get him
shot
them.
9 times for a reason.
Yeah.
He was an asshole. He talked too much shit.
Okay. So what do
Yeah,
y'all think?
stop
Y'all know
drinking. That's my
everybody
shit.
know Chris Pratt, right? Chris Pratt from Avengers.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he got called out. They basically did what they called the worst Chris, and they had it like they had pictures of like four different Chris named actors, and
Well,
they called him the
Evans,
worst,
Chris
and
Hemsworth.
basically they
Why is he
called
the
him the
worst?
worst because of because of the fact that he may or may not be a Trump supporter, and they were saying, he doesn't share his political views, and he's a Christian, and they just assume that he's a Trump supporter.
Chris
So
Pratt is a Star Lord off of
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I feel like that's what
because
they doing.
Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, and Chris Pratt are all in the Avengers.
I
I
forgot
don't know
all
who the
the
fourth one
Chris's.
could be.
Yeah.
and
I agree.
basically what happened was after everybody on Twitter was going in on him, the Avengers assembled, and and all
I
the
said, I'm waiting
stars,
on it. I'm waiting on it.
the Avengers assembled, and
Assemble.
all the stars came out and was like, he's an awesome man, and just having his back on it, and people had backlash to that. So it was backlash about the backlash about the backlash. Um,
Too much.
basically they were saying anytime a black actress has been bullied online or a black woman has been bullied online that's
Everybody
a part of their
bandwagon it.
cast, nobody's come out for them, but they came out for Chris Pratt.
Oh,
Again, not surprised.
Not,
right. I mean,
but
let's be honest. The whole cast of Avengers is white except Black Panther. So
and
Black Widow ain't even black.
she never been. She's Russian.
unfortunately, yes, that is true. The only black in there is Samuel Jackson, and
Oh yeah, Nick Fury, and he gone missing and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
he MIA.
Do y'all think like these people? Okay, because that's bringing me to my next topic. They was asking Beyonce to speak on SARS. You know what's going on in Nigeria right now.
Yeah.
They was asking her. They like kind of pressured her. So do y'all think that celebrities are obligated to talk about these global issues and politics and use their platform to discuss major things like that, or should they just be entertainers and go on about their business?
yes and no.
I'm
Yes,
at,
as in like you have this platform, you have this huge fan base. For example, Beyonce, Drake, Lil Wayne, um, Nicki
well,
Minaj. Y'all have this huge fan base that y'all fan base have their own name like Beehive, Barb's, Navy. But none of y'all come out and I'm not a Beehive fan, but I give Beyonce her props for writing that letter to the senator or the police chief about the Breonna Taylor situation, and she was like, "I demand that these men be arrested." Like, okay, cool. You basically like the queen of the United States right now, telling the police like, "I want these people arrested for killing this female
Yeah.
unjustified." Like, but then we get certain celebrities in their platform, aka 50 Cent, Kanye West, like y'all going the opposite direction. Y'all supporting the people that's against us. Like the whole fact when Kanye West was over there saying that black people were stupid back in the like early slavery because it was more of us and all them, but they didn't just steal us from our homeland. Brought us to a whole nother country. We didn't know nothing about it.
it
Y'all
was
killed the people that was on this country first,
Yeah.
and then told everybody that came over here that it was y'all's and it's been y'all's. Like when Kanye said that, that was it for me. Like I didn't like him from the beginning. Like I love this music, but the whole fact that you this asshole, like this 100% asshole, and you feel like everything you say or do or you touch is gold, but ain't you in debt? Didn't you just make a whole fashion line that look like homeless people been sleeping in it?
He should
Like,
have his clothing line Dystopia.
he should
'Cause
have
that
called
shit
it.
look like some dystopian ass shit. I ain't lying.
My
In
thing
my
is,
opinion,
go ahead.
I don't think that we should expect celebrities to be activists or to speak up on certain topics. I don't think we should expect it. But it is appreciated when they do.
Yeah.
So, because Beyonce creating that whole
Black is
that
king.
visual album, yeah, Black is King, I think was beautiful. It meant a lot to black people, and especially black women and young black men. But I don't think that we should expect that from her. But I think that we should appreciate it. And I think that that goes for all celebrities. Like we can't expect Lil Wayne and 50 Cent to be um, politically correct or to have the right things to say or even have the right viewpoints.
I will
Yeah.
say this, and it's first of all, Lil Wayne need to fix them broken ass antennas on his head because it's killing me. He looked like he looked like a deformed ant mixed with a praying mantis. That's
Yeah.
that.
Anyway though, all right, that's enough of that. So again, audience, you tell us what you think. Do you think celebrities are obligated to speak on global issues and politics? Down in the comments, tell us what you think. We're gonna get back to this game though before we get to this next segment. So truth or drink, we're going again.
Truth of, oh Lord,
So it's the question is for me, the first one. It says, who in the room do you think you would like to make out with? They gay.
I would say this answer's already concluded. I was like,
Then one,
oh,
oh,
then one guy.
I
Okay.
love the synchronicity of
I'm gonna
everybody's sexuality. It's dope. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna drink to that. I'm gonna drink.
I was so waiting. Then she was like, "Well, they gay."
Jacora, don't shoot me. Not shoot
Bro,
me.
love you. Nothing personal.
Okay. So, have you ever disliked any of? I'm gonna say your partners. Maybe say after
Oh
y'all
dear
broke up.
gosh. After,
Yeah.
hmm.
Do you dislike
Now
intelligence?
I can't speak for now. Maybe back then when I was toxic, I did. Back in my past toxic non accountability days, not whole responsibility, I did. It was one. But I would say now to them, I'm grateful to them. Like I see that point when they say like a man and woman either is gonna be make you a better person for the next person, or make you a better person for them in the future. I understand what they mean now because they've all played a part in me being a better person. But yes, I did have that one ex after we broke up. Could stand her ass.
It
Yeah,
drove
that's some
her.
real shit.
Okay, Leif. Which player do you think is the most intelligent?
That might went to the left so
It's like
quick.
he looked at her on the
Literally, for
screen.
real.
Like he said,
Like I literally looked at her like,
I think intelligence is a broad term,
yeah,
because it doesn't always have to be book smart. Sometimes it can be common sense or just logic. Um, how creative and imaginative you are, I think, also shows intelligence. So I'm gonna have to say equally. Again, we are all just as
equally.
intelligent
No, no.
because we bring something
Don't
different
be
to the
scared,
table.
like you all the way
Yeah,
in
you got a
California. We
drink.
can't touch you.
You got a
I just think intelligence is, is a broad term.
you
drink.
are worse than me. Cause I swear that's my answer.
Okay. Who do you think has had more sex, you or your parents, Mark?
That bottle. I'm gonna pour my own drink this time.
He said, "Give me that bottle."
Walk away now. I don't see you answering.
Um,
Yeah,
What an
Is he
appropriate
drinking
question.
again?
I'm a drink
Pattern.
sir.
I'm identifying a pattern here.
You sure y'all not in the same house but in different rooms? Once again,
It's the cranberry vodka, I swear. It's the cranberry vodka.
the level of telepathy, what y'all doing right now? You drink. I ain't see you answer
How am I
off a
supposed to
straight.
answer that? I don't know what my parents be doing. I don't want to know.
My parents never had sex. I came from the stork. Okay, so
Exactly.
all right, we're
Shit,
gonna get
store.
into, and it's gonna be a long one, probably a little bit long. We're gonna try to keep it moving fast, but Tipsy. Yes, Tipsy. And this we talk about politics, of
Oh,
course.
I was listening like politics. Oh, dear Lord.
Tipsy. Okay, so I'm just gonna blend these two questions together. I want to talk about NSARS and police brutality and the role of the government. What do y'all think
Heavy.
about? Yes, we're getting heavy now. We'll get back to the game after we hit these subjects
I'm
after
here
this
for it.
brief moment.
I'm here for it.
So, what do y'all think about the NSARS and police brutality that Black people seem to be dealing with all over the globe? Police brutality and
I think I think the situation with SARS and police brutality here in the United States sums up the way that the world values Black people in general.
Power.
How they either fear us and want to take us down, or how how much of an appreciation of our life there is, because there's just, I don't know, I'm just tired of seeing the bloodshed.
yeah,
And just to not go into like this long rant, I'm tired of seeing the bloodshed.
Me too.
I think we all tired of it. Do y'all think that the government should be bigger or smaller, or should it be more controlled by the people? Should people take more control of the government? Because I do. I think people should take control of the government. What you think, Mark?
I hate everything in the world.
you
I feel
you
I
you.
think we need
No,
to eliminate the electoral college. That's my
That
main.
yes.
I
that
can't
Please
really
take
say
it
if we
down.
need a bigger government or a smaller
paramount to
government.
your ears, Lord. I know
yeah.
that's what it.
Yeah,
Eliminate. the
I can't
electoral
say,
college.
if we should
And
have
the
a bigger
biggest
government or a smaller government, but I do think that it needs to be about the people, since it is we the people.
Or instead of protecting their secrets and
right,
trying to brainwash or use social media or celebrities to send out subliminal messages or get them into stuff so they can keep us under control or population control. Like, how do y'all have the right and the power to choose for billions of people? How do y'all, who gave y'all the okay to make a decision for my family or their family or vice versa or anybody on the street?
The thing about it is we do. You know what I'm saying? We have the opportunity to pick the people and put them in the positions to where they can make the decisions. But we have to be smarter about who we trust.
But it's at that
Who
point,
we
how
who
can we
we
trust
who we come
anybody
and say,
to
yeah,
follow?
you could be my leader.
The
It,
best way to figure out who you can trust, Mark, is to go with the person who's the most transparent.
yeah.
yes,
And that
definitely
and
that.
the most consistent.
Yeah.
The most, especially if they've had, because we got people like Trump who never been in politics, and people like him because he's not a politician, which doesn't make no sense. Why would you want a plumber that
He's,
doesn't plumb? But
he's a businessman.
yeah,
That's all he
why
is.
would you
It's
want to
sad
why
because
would you
by you
want a
saying that,
politician that's
Donald
not a
Trump's own
politician?
mother said in a article, like when she was alive, she was like, "I love my son and everything, but he's a complete and utter moron and he's an idiot. And if he gets into the politics, he would destroy the world." This is this man's mom saying it's about him.
But choose.
Literally, like,
Okay, so which political party, if any, do you guys think is better, or do you guys think they both equally just suck? I feel like both parties is there because you have a far left wing and then you have a far right wing. I feel like the far left is the good part of the Democrats, and the closer they get to the center is the more they slide out. But clearly, and this is what I'm gonna get into next. Um, I think that people like Biden are better than people like Trump. Like, it just depends on what issue we talking about, but it's more issues that the Democrats are gonna be better on than the Republicans, because the Republicans straight up just don't give a fuck, and Democrats are more like, okay, Black Lives Matter, girl. Let me put this Kunta Kinte cloth on, and make you feel like, yeah. But meanwhile, I'm a write the crime bill. It's stuff like that. They do certain policies that is like, no, and that's why I feel like I'm a probably remain an independent for my lifetime. If it don't change, if they don't move further left, but they want to get, they want Republicans to vote for them, but it's like most who you really need to get is the independents out and your base out, and you'll win. And the
Yeah.
independents are usually not Republican. The independents are usually more far left, like the Green Party.
Yeah.
So it's just very interesting how they go about things. But I just want to show you how
oh,
much of this we didn't drink.
oh, we did. Dang. Oh,
I know
well,
when I stand up, it's gonna be a doozy. But what do y'all think? What did y'all think of the debate?
in them.
What's
But
crazy is like
that's
some of these police officers know what the repercussions are gonna be, so they do kill people because they literally know that they're gonna get paid leave. And I'm gonna put this video. We're gonna put a video right here where I'm gonna stop right here.
I'm shooting them. I need some paid vacation. That's what I'm saying.
And a officer said that he was basically going to shoot a person because he wanted paid leave. That's psychotic.
as hell.
That's more
That
than
is
psychotic.
psychotic.
Like,
It's
you're
ridiculous. And
greedy.
you know,
You would do something that foul just to get more money Like that's
Yeah, and time off.
Money's the root
Like
of all
you
evil.
don't got PTO, my guy. Like what the fuck you finna kill somebody? You don't have PTO. What is that?
I
But
think that's a good segue to go back to your question about the debates. I think that there was a stark difference in the topic of systemic racism and police brutality between Trump and Biden's answer. Biden, I can respect the fact that he can acknowledge that there is systemic racism in not just the police force, but also in schools, in businesses, whether you're the customer or the employee, and how that needs to come down. And he also mentioned that for over years, even though we've swept a lot of things under the rug in the sake of trying to move forward from a lot of stuff in the past, such as Jim Crow and stuff like that, but the needle has been progressively moving towards inclusion for everyone. Um, but I think when you turn a blind eye to certain things and say that it doesn't exist at all,
Uh-oh.
then you can't fully fix the problem. In the debates, that was the main thing that stuck out to me was acknowledgement and seeing that there is at least one person who's running for president who's willing to acknowledge the plight and the pain of
Exactly.
yeah.
minority community, not just black people, but minorities in general.
So
Overall.
okay, so what are y'all election predictions? Who do y'all think might take it? Don't know.
as
It's
much as I
anyone's
hate to
game. I
say
feel
it,
like
I
This is
honestly think Trump is gonna win again. And I know y'all gonna look at me like why you would say something like that or jinx it, but like
Nah,
just
I actually believe you.
nah, it's not
Like
that.
I don't think nothing against you about it. I believe you.
The only reason I can believe that, not because of Trump's popularity or anything like that, but because there's been a consistent pattern for the last 30 years of everybody having a second term. Trump will be the first person in a few decades to have be a one-term president.
right.
So
And he's a known
if he,
politician.
yeah, if he loses, that would be something that hasn't happened. But we have record turnout this year, so we don't know if that record turnout is literally from
Excuse
his
me.
support or from his hate, you know. But from what
Right.
I'm seeing, a lot of people are coming out because they sick of it. Like this will be my first time voting because I'm sick of it.
Mine too.
I'm sick of it. I'm over this roller coaster. I'm exhausted, and I think a lot of people are exhausted. Um, I engage in politics a lot, but usually it comes out like a platter between poop and doo doo. It's like, it's whatever, the same bowl of crap. I'm gonna make this the last topic for Tipsy. Is just the border situation. What's going on at the
What's going
border?
on?
What's going on at the border? And the 545 lost parents of the children. So 545 children have been orphaned due to these family separation policy that Trump imposed. Um, and they also have come out with migrants saying that they've been tortured by ICE, and then it's been migrant women with mass hysterectomies done to them. So it's just it's a concentration camp at the border right now.
It's the
Yeah.
Holocaust all over again.
Yeah, it's the Holocaust all over again, but they're people are
They're
brainwashed.
legalizing it.
And the Japanese containment
These
camps.
private camps, yeah.
They're legalizing it. That's the only difference. Like they're they're making it they're making it global laws for it to be pop. Okay, last year before I came into Memphis, I was working security in Smyrna, Tennessee, and there were a lot of illegal immigrants there working there and convicts, whatever, and they seen it as a second chance job, whatever. Many of those people had really nice cars, and to me, I was like, if they illegal, how the hell are they getting these nice ass foreign cars? And somebody was like, that's racist. I said, no, if they're illegal, how the hell are they getting it? It's my
Right.
Mhm.
question. If they're with all of this negative shit on their name, like how are they getting by? Like what's helping them elevate? Because the only thing that helps them fit in with society are their children who can go to school when they can't. So when I looked into ICE, whatever, I'm in this guy like just like us. He was one of my officer partners, and he was telling me like he wouldn't mind work for ICE, and I looked at him like, you what? I said, why the fuck would you want to work for them? excuse my French. And he was like, he said, why not? He said, man, all I gotta do is make sure assholes who not supposed to be over here get sent there. Like, but what if they ain't got no choice to be over here? What if they running from a government that they really got worse lives in?
Yeah.
That's not
And he
even
said,
the
what about the
government.
kids?
That's the
He
whole
said, I don't
fucking
care about
deal.
this, it's about the money for me. I'm like, so you setting out for money. I was like,
That's
I
sick.
couldn't even continue the conversation because I knew if I would have said any more, I would have lost my job and I probably would have tried to really do something bad to him. I was like, and while I was wearing that my officer uniform, I knew I for once knew what it felt like to look like the bad guy because people thought I was a cop. People used to give me stuff for free, and I'm just like, whoa, hold on now. This junk got security and a name on it. I'm not a police officer. And I looked at my uniform, I was like, man, I gotta take this shit off. This shit don't make me
He
feel
said,
good.
I'm not 12, I'm 11. Y'all got
Like,
it mixed up.
exactly. I'm 10, okay? I'm 2 digits off, okay? But you know, that's why I couldn't be a police officer. I told somebody before, well, you know what? Like, in a lot of, I relate a lot of things to comics because a lot of comics are subliminal to the real world. That's why, like, stuff from Marvel, a lot of it, Jack Kirby wrote. He wrote about the reality of like what's going on in the real world, but he used superheroes as a way to give everybody a mental basis of hope. And
That's what I do.
X-Men is a good example.
exactly. And the best character when it comes to power makes great responsibility is always Spider-Man because he can pretty much, if he punch you hard enough, he can shatter every bone in your body. He just don't. He punches you enough to knock you out unconsciously, but he don't do enough to kill you because if he hits you the way he wants to, you dead.
Yeah.
He's about this thin, but he got like 12,000 rhinos worth of strength that if he hit your ass, you dead. Like, but that's what it means. Like when I was working as security, they liked me, but everybody else they hated them, and I didn't get why they hated them so much. And I thought about it, I was like, maybe it's your character, maybe it's who you choose to be to people. Maybe that authority power is what makes you think that you have the right to speak to people a certain way or look down on them a certain way. You ain't getting paid to look at nobody any kind of way, bro. You getting paid $11. Who the hell you gonna look down to? Well, you got a state job. Chill out. Like,
Yeah.
but with them when it came down to them immigrants, it was days I was at work and I was biting my teeth looking at all them immigrants working their ass off and they getting treated like crap by all these damn racist ass people. And I couldn't stand it no more. I was like, look, I don't know what it would take to get all this shit shut down, but I'm gonna need the racism and all the racist talk to stop. Don't talk to me about it because my phone always on record. So the more you talk, the more I'm recording your ass to send it to corporate or whoever it is you report to. Because that's why, like, when it come down to that concentration camp, I told my before, I said, yo, I said ICE is the new Nazi program.
Yeah.
I said, and anybody a part of that, I said, you know what ICE stand to me? And I came up with this on my own. Immigrant Capture Association or establishment. Immigrant Capture Establishment. That's what it sounds like to me. They capturing immigrants, especially the kids who they know don't got physical power to stand up to them, putting them in these camps, putting fear tags on like they did us in slavery.
Yeah.
And their parents are going missing.
Separating families is straight up some Nazi stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's evil. Taking a person from their and then you don't have any papers on people, anything like that. It's just ridiculous, and the whole thing is sad because, like somebody said, I read where somebody was like, "These kids are gonna grow up, and we're gonna pay for that." One of them out of their 500 and some kids is gonna have a terrorist
It's Bin Laden all over
mentality.
again.
Yeah, it's gonna have a reaction to what is being done to them now. They're gonna hate America, and it's gonna be some group of people that had nothing to do with it that's gonna suffer from what has happened.
Yeah, we're creating Magneto.
Yeah, we straight up created Magneto.
Perfect analogy.
That's the perfect analogy.
Perfect.
We straight up created Magneto, and it's gonna be Magnetos. You know what I'm saying?
And
because it's so
Killmongers.
many, it's Killmongers.
Yeah.
Because so many that's a lot of children, and I'm sure it's probably more than that because that's 500, that's almost 600 children right there, and it's probably more than that that just haven't been counted. But okay, that's enough. That's call it Tipsy for today, y'all. Thank y'all for participating. And I know that was kind of heavy.
Yeah, because I was about to start crying. I was getting mad. Like, look, can we stop
Me
talking
too.
about this? Damn.
Me
Yeah,
too.
I'm sorry.
My
I'm sorry.
glass.
You know, to everybody watching, just let us know, you know, what you think of the topics we discussed today, and comment below. And do you think ICE should be abolished? And who do you think won the debate? Which we didn't get to, but you know, who do y'all think won the debate?
We're going with November.
Y'all think
Biden.
Biden won?
This
Think Biden won? I
this
think
the
Biden
Rock
won too.
Johnson eyebrow he just did though. I'm gonna point that out.
All right.
It's everything.
All right, so we're gonna get back to the game. Okay, for me, is have you ever had a crush on any of the other players? No, I have not. This is a game for like. He said, "You weren't feeling me, bitch."
If you don't, just
Okay, so you know I'm drinking anyway, but no,
Heard.
never had a crush. Lay fine though, lay fine. Everybody fine, but you know, lay fine.
Thank you.
But
it's going to be fine.
born to be fine. Okay, you. If you got stuck on a deserted island, who in this group would you most like to be there with you?
I love these questions about being stuck on a deserted island. I say I'm gonna be friends with a coconut. I'm gonna put eyes on the call and plank. Call it a day. Um, if I had to pick anybody from here, it'd probably be Lay
Lay.
because
Let's survive.
I'm very like melatonin, but sometimes I can get anxiety or whatever, and you don't look like the only time you raise your voice unless you really have to.
Can't
Like
even do it then.
like I feel like it's a medium because I can even be quiet. I can be like, you know what? I'm gonna just woosah and chill right here because if she can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
So I'd say like
Rock on, man. I'll be there with you.
Nice.
shit
I'm
mate.
gonna lose my shit.
You said what?
The first week, I'm losing my shit.
I got shoes up because we're gonna figure it out.
No, I wouldn't lose my shit, but yeah. Okay, so Lay, what is something you completely changed your mind about once you tried it?
Marcus, I'm about to get you about to
Tobacco.
You said what?
Tobacco.
Tobacco?
Because I used to be extremely straight edge. I didn't smoke. I didn't drink. I didn't none of that.
You were
And
a straight edge.
yeah, very straight edge. Like I couldn't even stand the smell of cigarettes. But I tried hookah for the first time, and I think that kind of,
It was too good.
um, in a sense, was a gateway to just trying something different that I never thought I'd do before. Now I'm everybody's favorite black lip hippie. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's I think tobacco was something that I just I don't know. I changed my mind about. I still hate it, for my health especially, but
Yes, I
you
want
know,
to stop so bad.
yeah. But I think that I'm not as much of a prude as I was when I was younger.
Yeah.
in your own due time. That's what I
In
always
due
say.
time, I hope you quit. But I see my granddaddy, he 80 some years old, and I just set up and smoked cigarettes with him. I don't know why, but I have. But he was like his parents, his parents smoked well into their hundreds, and it is what it is. But still,
I'm glad
I
I'm
don't
back.
like it.
once
I,
you,
I definitely don't like it for my health. I
yeah,
really.
I don't
But
like
I,
it.
I think that I'm not as uptight anymore since I've, started to try new things. In a
Look,
sense.
I'm zen and tranquil. I don't even. I used to smoke cigarettes and blacks and all that stuff a lot, but it's the life of fitness and health and wellness came to me, and I was like, you know what? I just told myself I would never touch this shit, and here I am touching this shit faithfully. No, and I was like, nah, I can't love nobody more than I love myself to do this again. So I quit it,
Yeah.
and I'm
One day
grateful for it.
I prayed on it. I prayed to God daily that I would stop smoking them things. And one day It just kicked in, and I just quit smoking. I haven't smoked since.
Right for me.
But
Over here,
I
man.
smoke like
I
you
do
know, at
hookah
a
here and there.
party or something like that. But it just depends. I smoke socially when I'm drinking, but not like I used to. Mark, what's the most embarrassing thing you've ever been caught doing? He finna grab a drink.
You better not. You better answer the damn question.
We gotta get one truth out of you.
One, man, and I didn't gave more truth than I was supposed to.
It's
Mark,
so
you
much.
only,
It's so many things, and I can't.
He
I think
like
my
one. What
see,
you
I'm
mean? Should I
normally
rank them?
him. I'm normally him in these questions because I answered it, but I answered every.
the most embarrassing thing I have ever did.
Oh,
No, you good.
Trying on my mom's polka dotted dress and getting caught by her.
trying on your mama's polka dotted dress.
And she caught you?
That is
Yeah.
adorable. In
That's
the most
hilarious.
Empire Jamal way. That is adorable.
You posed in it, didn't you?
Did you pose?
No, she tore it off of me and threw me in the bed and told me to go to sleep. Like,
I mean, she didn't beat your ass, so that is a
she
good thing.
wanted to, but she
Okay.
was going on a date.
You probably went to that day laughing her ass off.
Okay.
Okay.
So it is time, and we're almost done. We're about to wrap it up, y'all. It is time for Tipsy Topics. Okay. So the first topic is marriage important anymore?
Yes.
Yes and no.
Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
I'll say yes and no.
Would y'all want to get married? Do y'all want to get married? You want to get
I
married?
do.
Eventually,
I
the
want to get
thing is,
married.
the thing is, through my childhood, naively, I wanted to get married just to be a great husband. Until I seen marriage, seen the aftermath of marriage, not the process of marriage, not the process of a person that you're spending your whole life with, giving your whole life away with. All of that. I learned it on the side. Marriage is a damn career.
But
Mm,
okay,
I
so
just
the
know.
next topic is, what do you think the afterlife is like?
Revolving. I think is the best word I could use.
I don't think it's this white cloud shit that we be thinking it is. I
No,
think
I don't think
exactly what
it's.
Mark doing right now. It's
Do you think it's like the Good Place? Or the
No,
Good
I honestly,
Place?
that's a good representation of it. But no, I honestly think afterlife is more of like a recycling system. Like, because I was really thinking about this the other day, be truthful. Like, what if when we die, like, all the years that Earth has been living since humans has been on Earth, like, and they say we have past lives and all this stuff. I just really think our souls are being recycled and we're just being put in different time eras. We just can't recall our past lives because they hitting the reset button on us. We're like recycling. When we die,
Yeah.
we start all the way back over as a baby. Don't remember nothing from our past lives. Just living a whole new life. Like, oh, okay, I'm in this bitch. Like,
Yeah.
okay, Mark. First of all, damn you, because I wish I could have said that. It's true. My take on the afterlife is exactly that. It's the world of I ain't gonna say floating souls because they make it sound like ghouls, but it's the world of like all those souls that was in vessels return to a place of, I would say, a place of healing and whatever was not. I told you before, a lot of time when we are born, we are a reincarnate or remnant of somebody else. And the one way you can tell is by the birthmark you have in your body. And I told somebody before, like, that's the part that tells you you're a remnant of something you did in the past. Your past person might have been a shitty ass person, and the you now is a great person. The you next is probably toxic but great and all that. But I told somebody before, like, well, why the way I see it, we're all a variation of ourselves that we're trying to do better from what we didn't do then. Like whatever we didn't do then, or we're doing the same, we're doing it different next afterlife. So I told my boy, I said the afterlife is the world of the healing, like the world of the healing, like whatever we need to heal from that we didn't heal from down here, that we get to redo it over. Like exactly what you said.
But
Sylvia
Sylvia's the real
Brown
deal.
actually broke it down to where it's like there is another side, what we would call heaven, and it is filled with a lot of goodness and a lot of richness. And I because my father passed, I just would like to think that he's somewhere like that, rather than somewhere where I can meet him again or see him again, rather than somewhere where he being recycled like a can, and it's just over. I never see him again. It's okay.
When I say being recycled, though, I think you stay in your family tree. Like you stay in
Yeah,
the same bloodline. You just don't.
Your
it's
soul is
just
still tied to everyone else. I think even if we are reincarnated or revolved, within this energy field, I feel like we still make promises with our souls to meet
but
each other again.
yeah,
So
That's why
he
we
may
have
be your
kindred
son.
interesting. You know
spirits.
what's interesting is that my daddy actually believed in reincarnation, and he always talked about it. He said because he said he could remember his past lives, and he told me, he said, "You always been my daughter, and I always been your father." So over time that we've been reincarnated, he said I've always been his daughter. But I just hope I don't want to be in a space where I just can't remember.
Yeah.
And
That's how I
you
feel.
I know you feel. That's how I feel about my mom. Cause
Exactly.
I have a. You wanna know something funny? When I first got my mom ashes, when I was a teen. This is I'm sorry to TMI y'all with this.
no, it's fine.
Love my mom when I was 15. I was the oldest out of my mom's kids or whatever. So I take on responsibility of all of them or whatever. But when I got her ashes, when I was 18, I wasn't spiritually, you know, enabled the way I am now. Like I wasn't in an area where I could manifest, like knowing that we all have to either depart this world for people to either grow out of you know their codependency on us, or they have to go because they spent their time doing what they need to do, and now they got to return to where they came from. And I understand.
Yeah.
I said, but it was one time where I had a dream where how we were talking about how dream. That's why the whole time this whole concept, I was like, yo, this go back to dreaming, because we also forget to mention sometimes as projections we think as a dream is really us being connected to the afterlife for like a
Yeah.
split second
Cause I seen
and
my
coming back.
daddy. I seen my dad. I never dreamed about my dad until he passed away, and then I spent time with him in my dreams. So it's real strange. Like, all right, so we'll get to everybody's insecurities later on. We're gonna touch back on that next time. Um, so ask, you guys ask, why do we? Remember to do that in the comments below. Tell us the craziest dream you ever had. Why do we dream? And give us any topics below that you want us to talk about, whether it's politics, pop culture, anything like that.